brief it for you. I remember thinking this morning that this would be an important point. We used to learn this really early in our work. Now, so here's Earth, we'll say. And then you have, you've probably heard of these terms. Mental, causal, and then they often put up here white light. Now, so on Earth we have a particular vibration. We have our vibration of who we are. So let's just say this is us here. Well, I'm not supposed to be too happy for me. So if we haven't given any consideration about what life is, we don't believe in life after death, or else maybe we're really addicted to the beer bottle or whatever. We leave the body, but we just go over here. There's no real difference. I've got a book called The Ghost I Took Home, which talks about my ghost busting experiences. You read that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun one, isn't it? Gives a little exercise of what you can do perhaps with things that I've discovered. And very often what happens with these is this is what's happened. They haven't made the journey. If you haven't seen the movie Ghost, go rent it and watch it or find it. Because it does talk about how the light comes for you. And those of you that have done the past lives with me, the regressions, that's what I do. Is always say I just, bring the bus back.
Eckankar, the ancient science of soul travel, talks exactly.
Right. So it's like this level here is all in here. They don't know how they want to get back, but eventually they get back into it. They often get back into the body, but very often they will get attached to someone here. In a weak moment, you're upset emotionally, maybe too blasted on something,
Perhaps
in
an
the cups.
An injury, maybe?
Pardon?
An injury?
Oh yeah, hospitals. Usually after a hospital stay, I go see my clearing people, like my energy workers, like Ted Lund in the neighborhood. I
So
go
they
see that.
attach themselves
To
to
you.
souls here on Earth.
To one of your energy, and then you got a hole in your aura, you're gonna go right in. So now, what we want, what most of tend to be, is out here in the mental. I always tell the story of my mom. After she died and she came to see me, and I said, she was telling me about her transition. Now, remember, she's in New Zealand, and so it was great when my parents died because I got to talk to them a lot more. And it's great for me. I got to work out my father issues, and he was in spirit. She said to me, she had an option to go play, which is what you're given. This is where the choice comes in, or go to school. And she said, I have to go to school, I might as well go to school. And my dear mother went to school, and I used to call her, say, kind of ring, Mum, I want to talk to you. And one day I said, Mum, and she said, not now, dear, I'm busy. And that's when I knew pretty soon she wouldn't be that available. Because she was getting on, doing what she was wanting. Several hours later, she showed up and said, yeah, what do you want, kind of thing. And but I recognized, okay, it's time to let that go. My father, on the other hand, who was not known as a great, he was a strange man, that's what he was. And he went and played for a year, and at least that, in our time, because their time and our time is different. So the mental is more of the learning phase. Now they say that on every level they have at least 7 different vibrations, at least. And so the mental realm, the causal realm, hang on, I missed a point. In between, when you're out here, you may take longer to come back. So when you come out to the causal realm, you could take quite a long time before you chose to come back. Because you'd be very, very specifically wanting, and you come back for a reason. Now, how many, can I use this for a minute? Yeah. Thanks. How many people here have heard the story, this is my last life? Anybody here hold that belief?
I do.
Okay.
I'm not coming back.
Okay. Can I, just don't take umbrage with what I'm going to say. Because you hold that, you probably will. And I'll tell you why. When I started working with my inner child process and started working with other clients and transforming, I came to honor humanity in a way that I never dreamed possible. And I found the love of man through that. That man is phenomenal. We go through all these things, we work through them, we have great depths of understanding. And I love this earth is so beautiful. It has so many wonderful, and it's so exciting. Look at all the earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff going off right now. I mean, it's so exciting if you just look at it that way. But when you go, I'm not coming back, there's no way, there's something there that's not complete. You can just say, yeah, I'm at peace with earth and being a human, I'm ready to go on,
And yet,
you know?
I've studied with Sylvia Brown and
I
actually
understand.
worked to be a minister in her
Right.
church. I'm not, but that was my intention
Right.
at one point. And she tells me that I am not coming back.
Oh, good. Well,
And
I pray for
I
you,
really-
it does work that way. I just
really don't
find
want
that
to come
if
back.
you really state that, I always think,
Yeah.
there's a thing, it's like, why would you not want to come back?
Beautiful here.
It is beautiful here,
Yeah.
but it's also beautiful there and we can still learn. And
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't mean you do, because when you finally come out of this thing, you're not on this planet, you're not here. You're
Yeah.
somewhere, wherever else.
I'm not in the White Lake, that's
I've
for
been in
sure.
lots of lessons in here. But that's one of the things to recognize. So when you're talking to a guide, you want to know where that person is, where they're coming from.
Oh,
Where's the level of their knowledge?
Okay.
Because that's what happened to me. I'm not saying I outgrew James. I grew where I needed another level.
So you can have guides at other levels.
Oh, yeah, it's like a big thing here.
Okay.
The first time I was taken, I don't usually tell people this one. The first time I was taken to meet Jesus, I didn't meditate for 6 weeks. Freaks me right out. And when I was in Lourdes, in France,
Yeah.
Mother Mary, I'm talking, wait a minute, and look up, and there's Jesus, and there's Rama, and I said, Rama, what are you doing here? Catholic Church. And Mother says to me, why not? He's one of my sons. That explains it, right? Anyway, I'm just going to go sit down. So